Hello and welcome to the news at noon on Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM Abuja. My name is Oikeke Igado Kure. The headlines this are: Senate investigates Amnesty International report on alleged abuse of IDPs. On the foreign scene, Democratic Republic of Congo approves use of 5 new Ebola drugs. And in sports, Czech Republic beat Nigeria 1-0 in World Cup warm-up match. Details in a moment. Please do stay with us. And now the news in full. President Muhammadu Buhari has directed that the nation's Democracy Day henceforth hold on June 12th of every year, as against the current arrangement where the ceremony holds on May 29. Buhari also resolved to honor the winner of the annulled June 12, 1993 presidential election, Moshood Abiola, with the highest national honor, the Grand Commander of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The president disclosed this in a statement he signed on Wednesday in Abuja. According to him, June 12, 1993 was the day Nigerians in millions expressed their democratic will in what was the freest, fairest and most peaceful elections since the nation's independence. The late Abiola died in detention while struggling to actualize his mandate as contained in the annulled election. The Senate has asked the Minister of Defense, Sultan Ali, to withdraw his statement, which said killings in Nigeria was as a result of the anti-grazing laws by Benue and Taraba states. This followed a point of order by Senator Barnabas Gamade, who faulted the Defense Minister and explained that killings in the country predated anti-grazing laws by those states. He expressed sadness that the more the people of Benue State look up to government for protection, the more dismayed they become. He noted that if the minister could call for anarchy, then where lies the defense of the people? The senator said President Muhammadu Buhari is being ill-advised by his appointees and called on all to rise above primitive interest in dealing with the killings across the country. In another development, Nigerians have continued to react to the latest statement by the Minister of Defense, Sultan Ali, calling for suspension of the anti-grazing law in parts of the country. Those who spoke with their correspondents said the move could only take Nigeria back and cannot solve the farmer-herder clash in the country. In their words, controlled grazing comes with a lot of benefits.
The president himself meant well for this country in that area, but people who are against this anti-grazing law, they are the ones drawing back the will of the country. Ordinarily, we are supposed to have ranching. We are not supposed to see cows moving in freely. In the Western countries, you never see cows going about the way they like within the municipal. They have ranches. So to go against anti-grazing law is not human. Somebody of that caliber, a minister for that matter, telling us that should be open grazing is unfortunate for us in the country.
All we are saying is that peace should reign between the elders and ordinary people in the society. By the time you allow your animals to be moving, destroying people's farm, who also spend so much money, they will not be happy about that. And that's why we said let there be anti-grazing law so that everybody will do their own business in their own capacity. So government should encourage that anti-grazing law.
Being a defense minister, he has seen the lapses, and of course, maybe they have done some good groundwork and they find out, yes, it's not going to help at this stage now. And then coupled with the 2019 election that is coming. So it's another way of being proactive to just tackle the security situation in the country. He is in charge of the security, so he knows what's best for the country. We have the abattoirs. Why can't government improve on them, modernize them? If you have a cattle ranch, you can do that for yourself. You don't need it for government to bring it into law. I don't think it's necessary.
ranching will allow the animals to be well taken care of. Instead of migrating from one location to the other, maiming people, killing people, animals, they see everything as their food. Our agricultural base will improve. There will not be any case of herdsmen fighting people while in transit.
Rising from a closed-door meeting with President Muhammadu Buhari, the Defense Minister said suspending the laws would reduce tension while negotiations for safe routes for herders would commence. Despite the principles of separation of powers, there is still tensions and conflicts amongst Nigerians' arms of government, especially that of the executive and the legislature. Conflicts usually arise from misunderstanding of responsibilities, power struggles, greed or self-interest, as well as lack of patriotism and corruption. But Nigerians have expressed serious concerns over the current issues between both arms of government, especially with the numerous challenges needing Nigeria's attention.
We don't actually have anybody that is representing us at the Parliament of Nigeria, whether at the lower house or at the upper house. They only represent themselves and their family. But if they can stop politicking and then do the needful, the country will move forward. They have been failing in their responsibility because what they needed to do, they have abandoned and be doing politics one way or the other. And this is why this government is not actually moving forward. So they should shun politics, shun their own ambition, then come and represent the people that actually voted for you.
They know exactly what people are going through. It's just politics. Maybe in this part of the world we see politics differently, that you just have to be a psychophant. But they know the right thing. They just don't want to do it. So I guess probably we need prayers in this country. So maybe everyone can turn to a prayer warrior. But be moral. People are just too selfish in this country.
Until we have politicians who have the interest of the masses at heart, they will shun their own personal aggrandizement or their election bid, because we are less than a year before the forthcoming election. Both people in the legislature and executive, they should face the business of ruling the people. What we, the electorate, voted them in for is to serve us. They should not abandon that purpose. It's their number one assignment. Instead of them to be diverting money and every other resources, even they are thinking to their own election bid.
When there is cooperation between the two arms of government, it strengthens democratic process and promotes responsible leadership. It also helps the legislature to make efficient laws that will promote good governance and curb corruption. The House of Representatives has resolved to probe alleged deductions in the salary of some police officers running into billions of naira now. While leading discussion on a motion, a member, Jarigbe Agum, said available records showed that there is a massive deductions of up to 50% in the salary of policemen. The House observed that the practice has been going on for some years now, as policemen cannot say their actual take-home pay monthly. The House lamented that for over 3 months, some police officers have not received their salaries, while the authorities continue to blame operators of the Integrated Payroll and Personnel Information System. He said if corruption in the Nigerian police force will be eradicated, urgent steps must be taken to stop the indiscriminate and illegal deductions of police salaries. The federal government has increased maternity leave for women from 12 weeks to 16. The government also advised women to seek legal actions against discrimination and abuses at workplace. Minister of Labour and Employment, Senator Chris Ngige, said that these are the ongoing 107th International Labour Conference holding in Geneva, Switzerland. The theme of the conference is the future with decent work. Ngige had informed the conference that employers of labour are also barred from removal of women from work due to their marital status. He stressed the need to put in place appropriate legislations, policies and practices to deal with gender gaps for greater participation of women in the labour force. The need to enforce the ban on commercial motorcyclists in Abuja's center city is again being stressed. Some residents of the Federal Capital Territory FCT says total implementation of the ban is necessary to reduce road accidents and crime in Abuja. It will be recorded that in October 1st, 2006, the then Minister of the FCT, Nasir El-Rufai, announced the ban on motorcycle, popularly known as Okada, in Abuja city center.
I will pull the blame on the law enforcement agencies. There are civil defense around, there are police. It seems like they don't know what they are wearing the uniform for. So if there's a law that bans Okada, why will a policeman on these Okadas? So what are they telling us? So let police do their work.
If it is a country where law works, once you say you are buying something, I don't know what on earth should bring that thing back on board. But anyway, for the fact that they are now on board again, if you have not provided something for them to do and you say you bind them, that may not actually work, because some of them, they have children and wife at home. That's their only means of livelihood. So that may be the major reason why these people come back. I'm not supporting that they should be doing it on the restricted area, but government should provide alternative for them. Without that alternative, there is nothing you can do that will stop these guys who are riding the bike.
Let there be law enforcement, either military or the police hierarchy. If they position people every day, not that they will come today as joint transport, tomorrow they will not see them. Okada riders will be there. If they will make it as an assignment for them, if you want to stop them, that's a solution to it. Anybody caught or machine caught, destroyed, not that they will even go and bribe and collect it back. So the laws are being flouted and people are misbehaving. Issue of robbery and drug abuse, most of them are illiterate. They don't know anything. They just drive anyhow.
Head of Ministerial Joint Task Force of the FCTA, Olumuji Peter, however, insisted that the ban is being enforced.
One of the mandates of the Ministerial Joint Task Force is to ensure that the ban on motorcycle, popularly called Okada, is being enforced. Seeing Okada coming back to the city center is because we do not obey laws. Some people just don't obey the law of the land. But the Ministerial Joint Task Force have been up and doing because they are not supposed to operate within the city center. So government has promised to provide means of transportation to help the commuters, but at the same time, government has encouraged private people to come into the business as a means of employment creation.
The Nigerian Army has sought urgent humanitarian support for displaced women and children in 4 Borno local government areas liberated from Boko Haram. Major General Rogers Nicholas, Theatre Commander, Operation Lafia Dole, made the appeal when the UN Children's Fund UNICEF staff visited the command in Maiduguri on Wednesday. Nicholas said internally displaced persons, IDPs, in 4 Borno liberated councils like Ungushe, Mate, Guzamala and Abadam were in dire need of clean water, education, shelter and some means of livelihood. On human rights violation, Rogers said the army was working with Human Rights Commission of Nigeria to enhance capacity of its fighting troops and rules of engagement. Meanwhile, the Senate on Wednesday constituted an ad hoc committee to investigate the alleged abuses of internally displaced persons, IDPs, in the troubled northeastern part of the country. This resolution followed an adopted order raised by Senator Sani Shehu, representing Kaduna Central Senatorial District. In his explanation, Sani said the report by the Amnesty International contained evidence of rape and starvation of women whom have suffered and survived or escaped Boko Haram attack and invasion. He said the report has the capacity and the ability of denting the war on terror in Nigeria and should not be waved aside. The presidency and the Nigerian army have since refuted the report by the Amnesty International. We'll now take a short break. We'll be right back. Please do stay with us. Welcome back. On the foreign scene, the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, has approved the use of 5 investigational therapeutics to treat Ebola virus disease. World Health Organization, WHO, said this marks the first time such treatments have been available in the midst of an Ebola outbreak in the country. WHO said 4 of the 5 approved drugs are currently in the country, and clinicians working in the treatment centers will make decisions on which drug to use as deemed helpful for their patients. It, however, noted that the Ebola outbreak does not currently meet the conditions for a public health emergency of international concern, and there should be no international travel or trade restrictions. That's the news for this hour. But for sports also, Nigeria has suffered a 1-0 defeat at the hands of the Czech Republic on Wednesday in Austria in the final friendly ahead of the World Cup. Defender Thomas Callas, fresh from helping Fulham win promotion to the English Premier League, scored the only goal of the game in the first half. Gino Roy's Super Eagles had already lost 2-1 to England at Wembley last weekend, while the Czechs, who failed to qualify for the World Cup, had lost 4-0 to Australia in the previous friendly outing. Nigeria will face Argentina, Croatia and Iceland in the testing Group D in Russia, with the World Cup opener against Croatia on Saturday, June 16. That's the news this hour, but we'd like to remind you that President Muhammadu Buhari has declared June 12th as Democracy Day. Senate investigates Amnesty International report on alleged abuse of IDPs. On the foreign scene, Democratic Republic of Congo approves use of 5 new Ebola drugs. In sports, Czech Republic beat Nigeria 1-0 in World Cup warm-up match. Thank you for listening. My name is Oikeke Igado Kore.